Hello, horror fans, and welcome back to Do No Harm. So, looks like we are starting day 5 here, which is where we had sort of left off. Let's see what the day has in store for us. Today's going to be one of those days. Keep your eyes open, boy. Alright. Hey, Doc brought you that other gadget I mentioned last time. It's called the Humor Circle. Oh, I remember this thing. It's uncertain. Finally got it working, I guess. Now, it looks kind of complicated, I know, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty genius for nailing the perfect instant recovery full healed dose. Basically shows you which humor will heal them if another humor is causing trouble. Letting you do a trial... I gotta go back some here. Letting you do trial and error to pinpoint the exact amount by watching how each dose affects me. You'll learn to triangulate the right solution. Keep at it and you'll get there. Alright, so we're supposed to use this. Alright, we'll do a 2. And we'll use it. Almost dead. So let's go ahead over to the book here. The effect of the treatment you made is -2. Alright. So we've got a -2 here. And your last treatment of doses is 2 yellow bile. Alright. So, you need to rotate the wheel and align the treatment with its corresponding effect to identify possible cures. Alright. Oh, alright. I'm trying to click on it. One of the possible cure is 4 doses of phlegm. Alright. Give it a try and see how it affects the patient. Alright, so yeah, so basically you're using the wheel on the mouse in order to do this. I was trying to click and drag. So, alright, possible dosage is 4 of phlegm. Don't know exactly how this works, but alright. Sick. Alright. So now she is sick, which is a 0. Alright, so 4 doses of phlegm is a 0. Alright, so it's a +2 because she was a -2, so now it's... Alright. Now try giving 3 doses of phlegm. So it's using up a lot of my materials already. Haven't even treated my first real patient for the day. Alright, she's fully healed. I guess that works. Learn to triangulate the right solution, keep it at it, and you'll get there. Alright, so we've got this thing. Which I should have paid more attention to while I was treating her, I guess. Alright. For example, give me 2 doses of yellow bile. Oh, alright. We already did that. Check the book again for further treatment. Alright, now let's check. This device, called the humor device, helps you pinpoint which specific humor is needed for instant recovery. Alright. I guess we'll have to play around with that a bit more and see how that works. Alright, so we have... Hello, doctor. How are you? We've got him sweating. I'm feeling quite off, but I don't know why. So 5 of those gave him a -2. So let's try using this. So 5 of those. Let's try 7 of the black bile. Or we could try 4 of the black bile. let's try... Actually, wait a second. Let's get out of that, because we can also go to this page, look at him, and see which of these we think this is. Top white boil, red boil. I would say that's a red boil. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a red boil, so it's 7 to 9 doses. So the circle said 7 here for it. I believe that's right. Yeah, because it says 5 is -2. So yeah, let's go with 7 doses, and let's see how that works. Sick. All right. So he is now sick. I didn't pay attention to where he was before. Seems like he's improved. I should have looked at his illnesses here. So that gave him +2. Alright. So most likely we just need a bit more of this. So let's give a 1 and see how that works for him. Feeling better. So let's give 1 more. Oh, darn. So we should have done 2 there. Unfortunate. Alright, but that's the reason we now have this line here, because we can sort of see that effect that's going on. We didn't fully heal him. I feel bad about that. That's unfortunate. But we did get some treatment there for him, which is a good thing. Alright. Let's try it with the next person and see how we do. Good day, doctor. I hope you are well. Alright. I frequently find myself drenched in chilling sweat. Whoops. Cold sweat. So black bile would be the treatment. I think a small dose would be sufficient. Alright. Let's see what we have here. Dust, eggs, and cockroaches. This black bile is only for females, so let's give him 2 and see how he does with 2. Almost healed. Alright, so let's give him 1. There we go, fully healed. Perfect. Sign on the line. Appreciate your help, doctor. Farewell. Alright. I do like this new system much better than I do that. Okay. That last patient, did you get a look at the mug on that sorry bastard? Next time, give it a shot and look at the patient's mug. Get it? Like mug shot. Alright. He still looks okay. So he's sick. Recently I had a persistent cough that won't go away. Cough is going to be a phlegm symptom. He's allergic to flour, which has nothing to do with this, so we're good there. He's sick. Do I want to try 3 doses? Let's try 3. Yeah, let's go with the 3. Almost healed. Should have been 4. The dosing is really the most challenging part. And I would say without a question, it does stack. Even though the book originally seemed to indicate that it does not stack, it definitely does. So I'm not wanting to overshoot, because I think that it will fully heal them if you overshoot, but it's going to cost me medicine that I shouldn't be wasting. So if anything, I want to undershoot like I have been, and that way I'm not wasting extra medicine. Doctor, good to see you. My belly is so busy running. I think it's about to set a world record. I'm worn out just trying to keep up. I'm barely hanging out. Whatever you give me, make it a high dose. Alright. So, he's hungry. So we need black bile. We're going to give him a 7 dose. That didn't do a thing. Okay. So it's showing the phlegm over here. Let's try that. I don't know exactly why it is. Let's try phlegm and see what happens. Whoops! You gotta keep an eye out for strange things if you want to survive. Get it? There was a big eye outside your window, and you should have drank the laudanum. Oh, great. Now I definitely need the laudanum. And I killed a patient, too, which is not good. So this thing did not really help me too much there. Wonder how my reputation's going to be doing. Hello, doctor. I hope I'm not intruding. Well, thanks for stepping over the dead body. Doc, every time I try to talk, my throat interrupts me with a big sound like it's trying to clear itself. It's embarrassing and loud. Alright, so he's got a cough, I would say. Lemons and peanuts. To avoid administering high-dose phlegm if the patient is over 56 and has a corresponding allergy. He's not over 56, so we should be good. Clicked off the page there for a second. My mistake. Yeah, I'm going to try phlegm with him. Let's try a small dose. Because for one, I'm running out of it. And for two, I don't want to kill somebody else. Almost healed. Let's give him one. Can't believe we killed one of our patients now. But I guess it was bound to happen with the way this is, so. Thank you for your time, Doctor. Goodbye. Why is that ringing at 6? Doctor, thank you for seeing me. My sight's getting worse lately. Everything seems to be fuzzy and... Alright. I feel sicker than... So wait. I'm wondering if I need another laudanum here. That seemed to take care of the pig, so that was probably a good thing. Hallucination, blurred vision. Alright. Strong dose. Alright, so he's wanting a strong dose, probably blood symptom. Let's see, cats. To avoid administering high-dose blood medicine if the patient has corresponding allergy. He has a corresponding allergy to cats. Shoot. Let's go ahead and make it... I'm going to do a small dose to see what happens, because I don't want to kill him for one. I feel much better. Alright, he's feeling better with the small dose, so that's a good thing. Let's do another 2. Almost healed. Let's do one more with the 1. You literally saved my life. Yes, I did, because I didn't overdose you like I did that first guy. Or the one guy. But I did have to use 2 laudanums today, which is really not good. But that clock might be the most annoying thing. The humor circle, while a bit complicated at first, seems to be the only equipment that allow me to get by in this forsaken island. I must use it to make the best of the material I have, for the medicine supply is short and travels to the mainland for restock purposes scarce. Yeah, that one hurt me overall. Minus 12 on the reputation, and my sanity took a hit as well. Really not good. Now we're having to pay for lamp oil as well. Good lord. Yeah, I'm having to spend a ton of money here today. It's 100. I only made 59. All right. Well, hopefully the next day is better for us, because that did not go that well. What was that noise to start the day? I mean, he seems fine for right now. So hopefully... You've got a special visitor today. Keep the laudanum close. Great. Not what I wanted. Hey, Doc. Gee, the word on the street is that you had some misfortune with a couple of patients, huh? Look, I understand that you can't help them all. Hell, who'd know better than me? Right? You can't save everyone. I'm sure it's a bad streak of luck. It was one patient, alright? I mean, I feel bad, but if it keeps on going, I'll be in trouble with the townsfolk. It was one patient. You get what I mean? Yeah, I get what you mean. I need some patience here. So help me out here, and don't let me come by again. Alright, I guess that's that. Whew, have a good one. Great. Just what I did not need. Come on. Doctor, thank you for seeing me. Feeling worse. I'm snapping at people left and right, even a bird chirping is enough to get me going. I'm doing alright, I think. A low dose of the right medicine will take care of it. Alright, so he's took a 4 of that and was a -1 effect. And he's also allergic to almonds and onions. But let's start with the wheel. Alright, so that was black 4 was a -1. Alright, so in theory then, the yellow might help him. Let's see where anger was. Anger is in yellow. So in theory, we should be able to treat him pretty easily here. Let's go ahead and give a 3. You know what? Let's give a 2. Because we know it's going to be into yellow. We want it to be yellow. So let's go with a 2. And save some medicine if we can. Almost healed. Alright, so it was a 3 in the end. But you know what? I can afford to do it this way easy enough. If I could... Doing alright. I think I loaded... Doc, I'm cured, but this waiting... Oh, he's fully healed. Never mind. I'm being stupid. I just need to sign this paper. I was like, why is it not allowing me to give him more medicine? Because he doesn't need any more. That was my stupidity there. Alright, he's good to go. See if we can not kill another patient. He's already almost healed. The name's Seamus. Nice to meet you, Doc. I'm afraid I might be losing my mind. I was at the shore, and I swear I saw a fish with 2 feet. Like you and I, they were just waltzing around. Since that can hardly be, I thought I'd pay you a visit. Alright, yeah, you're not hallucinating. Well, you possibly are. No known allergies. We got 1 shot only with him here. Alright, hallucination, I think, is going to be the only rational explanation here. So let's go. This is going to be a vital. Let's use one. You made it worse? So it's a digestive? I'm feeling a lot less pain. So it has to be a digestive. Anger, body ache, hunger, thirst, itching, cold sweat. I have no idea which one it would be. We're definitely doing a low dose. There's no real indications for him. Gonna take my best guess here. These seem like mood ones, so we're gonna go with a 1 of yellow bile. That was wrong. Great. Well, let's send him on his way. That one was incredibly hard to figure out there. And I'm spending money on stuff that I really didn't want to be. Hello, doctor. How are you? Oh, doing sort of bad right now. Can't quite put my finger on what's wrong. Alright. So, 6 doses of blue gave him a 0. Alright, so 6 doses is a 0. So we could try... Let's try a low dose of red. Because it's either that or a low dose of black. Let's try a low dose of red first. And just see if he heals at all. Feeling worse. Alright, so a low dose of red made him a -1. So this is correct here. That's what we need, so we need at least a 7 of black. Fully healed. Perfect. Alright, we nailed it. I probably should have looked at his allergies. That might have explained something to me. But at least we nailed it there on the second try. But yeah, I have to get... Oh, great. You have to keep your eye on those paintings on the wall, mate. Alright, keeping my eye on the paintings on the wall. Okay, good to... Doctor, good to see you. Alright, so he's got a physical symptom. It's hard to describe how... Alright, there's no known allergies. I should take one of these, I think. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, so we have that he has the red bumps on his head. Red spots. Yeah, they don't have a white top. So let's go ahead. He's sick. We have a bunch of blue. We haven't used any of it, really. We haven't used... feeling awful lately. Let's just try 1 shot of red. Yeah, because that's cheaper than using these, I think. Alright, that was worse. So that was a -2. Alright. So we have something to go on here. I keep wanting to drag that. Alright, so we could try a black 3 or a yellow 8. And since we know it's supposed to be a low dosage, let's go with the black 3. Perfect. Alright, so I actually like the way that works. It does sort of make it easier to zone in, even if you have to hurt the patient a little bit in order to do it. Doctor, thank you for seeing me. I can't pinpoint the problem. Nor can I. All I know is I'm not well. No known allergies. He's sick. Let's give him 1 shot of blue and see what happens. Alright, so that hurt him. It was a -1. I wish it was a little bit more than that, actually. So it's a -1. So it could be a 9 on that. Or it could be a 7 on the red. Let's give him 1 red and see what happens. Almost dead. Alright, so that was bad. So it has to be in the yellow. It just has to be. So let's try 5 yellow and see what happens. Or let's try 5 yellow and see what happens. Alright, so that was +2. Alright, so we've gotten it triangulated pretty well. So the yellow has to... So 5 yellow has to be +2. leaving these two in there. So he needs the 1 and the 1 are still there. Let's try 4 more yellow. Yes, I know it takes a while, but good medicine takes a while. Perfect. The fact that you're invisible really is a bit troubling. But I didn't have to use another laudanum, which made it worthwhile. Do you notice anything strange with that latest patient? No. Thank the Lord of all things that I'm a totem and not a patient under your care. I noticed that he was sick. My sanity's going down, and I don't know what to do about that. Like, how am I supposed to fix that? A fisherman came by today, twaddling about strange creatures he saw on the shore, hallucinations, he very sensibly suspected. Yet my equipment showed that his health was well. Does that mean what he saw could be true? After all, this is not the first time I came across rumors about such sightings. So yeah, we've got... Our reputation was much better for the day. We made a daily income that was nice. We got to get an air ball of that. Do I even care about these? I mean, they're only $10. I might as well. The medicines is 60. That's what's rough. You know what? I'm not going to get those right now. I'm going to save the medicine. Do I need lamp oil? I'm going to try without the lamp oil and see what happens. I don't know if that'll affect my sanity or not, but we will try that in the next episode. So if you enjoyed what I did in this episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of Do No Harm.